I make it no secret that I'm a fan of superheroes. That's just kind of part of my thing. Something I love, and I love always playing a bunch of superhero games. Because not too many pop up. Not to say there isn't any, but when some comes out, it's a coin flip on whether or not they're all right or not. You know, I've played a bunch of the Spider-Man games. I played obviously Arkham, like most of that entire series. Played some other ones. Some games were good, like Captain America: Super Soldier, or any of the Spider-Man games. But then some other ones that were just not really worth a damn. And we've gone a long way from going to movie tie-in games that you know just kind of didn't work out too well, or they were So when I kind of see this stuff, it just hurts a bit. You know, we canned the Wonder Woman game. Not only just that, but we shut down Monolith, the studio. If I recall correctly, was responsible for the Fear series, and most recently the Shadow of Mordor series, which created the iconic Nemesis system, a game system that Warner Brothers patented and ensured that no one else could use it. And if you look at when the patent expires, it's 2037. So we're not getting a hold of that for another 10 or so years. And that's if they don't like renew a patent on that thing again and then make us wait even another 10 years. I mean, it just sucks, really. Like, I don't know. There was a thing about one of the people working on it was had some, I don't know, pronouns in the bio or whatever the fuck it was. And I don't know, and people kind of think that Warner Brothers games kind of would have been bad anyways, but I don't know. The thing is, there's not enough information for me to say whether or not it was going to be bad or not. All we knew was that this game was going to be using the Nemesis system. It was going to be set in Themyscira, where Diana would have to go in, help her people out because they got invaded. And there was going to be characters like Cheetah, Medusa, and Circe, among some others. And, like, apparently, I guess you were going to unite the various tribes, the Amazons, to do it. And it sounds like it would have been an interesting, like, idea. I mean, it sucks in the fact that Wonder Woman doesn't get a whole lot of stuff, really. Like, yeah, she had the two movies. She had the Linda Carter series, but beyond that, what does she really get on her own? Like, really think about that. What does she get on her own? Like, sure, she'll pop up in some video games here or there, or she'll pop up in a Justice League TV show, which is great that it kept that momentum going for her. But they just don't do a whole lot for her, and it kind of sucks because Warner Brothers and Gunn are saying that they want to continue getting stuff for DC, but given that they canceled this, it's like, well, we kind of know what that's going to be. It's going to be a Superman or a Batman thing. And I know why they would do it, because Batman and Superman are more consistent, They are two of the most iconic comic book characters in all of media. It's Batman, Superman, Spider-Man. Like, that's the three. Those are the top three guys. And Wonder Woman, like, for 80 years, was barely got a whole lot much in her bit. No animated show of her own. Like, sure, she's had a couple of animated movies here or there, and then she's guest starred on a bunch of other stuff, but not really done a whole lot to really tap into the potential of this. And this game would have been a good change of pace. This would have given her something, And it just sucks to me because Wonder Woman is actually a good character when you write her well. And now, Gail Simone was supposedly the writer for this. Now, uh, for me, Gail Simone is like a coin flip on whether or not you're going to get something good or not. It really just depends. So, it could have been terrible, it could have been good. Thing is, we don't know. And now we're down to five in games for the superhero genre. You know, Wolverine, we know, is like has been leaked to hell and back, and we don't know exactly what's going on with that one yet. Apparently, they're still gonna kick it through. Don't know if they're gonna redo anything after the results from it or not, but I don't know. I want to hold out a little hope, but you never know. The Iron Man game from EA, I haven't really heard a peep about it because they really haven't said much about it. I think there was a couple of games that got canned, but Iron Man was not one of them. They also are doing this Black Panther game, and beyond from some stuff from like the writing team or the devs, some group of individuals that working on that project that were like causing some controversy and some drama there. I only heard like a little thing about it a couple of days ago at the time of this recording, but I can't really confirm whether or not that's true or not. Like supposedly that you could pick your own version of Black Panther, whether it be T'Challa, M'Baku, Shuri, or Azari from like future Avengers, which I don't know how that works exactly, but I don't know if that's like true or not, so I can't really say that with my chest. And then of course we've got the Blade game made by the guys that did Dishonored, or at least the studio that did it. That got revealed about a year-ish back. And then we have 1943, made by Amy Hennig, which I feel like that's most likely going to come out of the bunch, like, for sure. I'd say, like, it's Wolverine and 1943. Those are the ones that are going to come out. The other ones are kind of, like, up in the air, And it's, I don't know. I just want to have some new cool superhero games, that don't, like, suck, that don't have to rely on being a movie tie-in, and Wonder Woman was gonna be like that. Like, I would have liked its original story, or a story where it takes inspiration from the comics or whatnot. Just something fun. And especially with the Nemesis system, with the combat, probably could have been relying on a sword and shield and the whip or whatever. Like, there's so many ways you could have taken it, but uh, it just didn't happen, man. Like, and it's just one of those things where you should not announce a game if you don't have anything, because apparently they didn't even work on a level when they even got that trailer up and running like 3 years ago. I mean, imagine that 3 years ago. I mean, you're putting all this money and you're commissioning the studio to get to work on a project, right? Because it took Monolith about 3 years to make Shadow of Mordor, the game that started its Nemesis system, and about the same amount of years to get the sequel up and running. You know, and in that time frame, they could not get this going because Monolith was suddenly forced to have to try to make a game when they and get all this pressure on them. When it's like, hey, you should not announce something so early in the game when you don't even have anything. You had a cinematic trailer that showed fuck all, and yeah, 3 whole years with barely anything. Like, even the leaks were small and few and far in between. Yeah, maybe a screenshot, maybe a thing about some casting, or some story writing, job listings, barely anything. And then, bam! This. I don't know, man. It just sucks to me. And I know that it's very likely that another from this list could very well go down. I'm definitely thinking it'd probably be Iron Man or Black Panther from EA. Maybe Blade, because you never know how that goes. And the the offerings for new superhero games are going to be very light, to say the least. Very light.